What is up, everyone? It is Dan. Welcome back to another episode of Guitar Talk. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, all those things that really help us grow. Roll that intro. What is up, everyone? Today I have got one of these new Fender limited edition American Pro 2 Thinline Strats. Checking out the specs out of the body, we've got an ash semi-hollow body with the old F-hole here. We've got 3 single coil pickups that are the Fender V Mod 2 pickups, 5-way switch, volume, 2 tones. One of those is a push-pull input and a 2-point trem as well. Going over to the neck on this, we've got a maple neck with a rosewood fretboard. It's a deep C profile, 22 frets on this. It's a 9.5 inch radius with a 25.5 inch scale. Sounds and tones that you can get out of this guitar. Just in case you're wondering, I was playing through my Fractal FM9 on the stock JTM 45 preset. The clean tones on this with the V Mod 2 pickups I found were kind of a little bit sterile. That might just be the amp selection that I used, but for me this really came alive when you put a little bit of gain behind it. This thing, for me, massively excels at that kind of mid-gain blues rock kind of territory. It's got a really nice low end to it that is just very clear but has such warmth to it. I don't know if that's because of the semi-hollow nature of the guitar, but it does clean passably, funk tones, all that kind of stuff. Big gainy tones, rock tones, it does that as well. But for me, this really comes alive when you're playing it in that kind of bluesy, blues rock kind of territory. Very, very cool sounding guitar. Quality on this straight out of the box, it has been built very well. You can tell it's a very nice bit of maple that they've used. Deep C profile on there. It's got a thin, almost satin feeling finish to the neck. There's no kind of blemishes on here. The ends of the frets have been dressed really well. Nice rolled edges to the fingerboard. All very, very good. There's nothing that I can complain about here on the build quality, which, as you know, I'm always honest in these videos and I give Fender a hard time, especially with some of the Mexican stuff they do these days. But this is a perfect example of a well-built guitar straight out of the box. Set up on this straight out of the box, it's been set up very, very well. It doesn't choke out anywhere. I didn't want to put this guitar down. It is very, very playable. intonation is in. It's been set up out of the box with the trem kind of up in the air a little bit, so you can do some trem up action on it as well if you want to. The nut, I think, does need a little bit of attention. It's a little bit sticky, so it does go out of tune a little bit, but with a little bit of play with the strings going back and forward through it, hopefully that should sort itself out. It's a bone nut that's on there. But other than that, it's been set up incredibly well out of the box. No complaints here. Nice smooth fret ends. They've been finished really well, so nice and smooth. Just everything on this exactly as you want a guitar at this price point. Would I play one of these guitars live? And by that I mean, if you gave me this model of guitar and said, you're going on tour for a year and you can only play this model of guitar, would I play one of these live? Yeah, probably, absolutely. It does 90% of what I want from a guitar. If you want kind of heavier tones, it might struggle a little bit there, with the bridge pickup might sound a little bit too spiky and a bit too, hate to say it, single coily. It's not like a big fat sounding single coil in the bridge. It does 90% of what I want it to do, and as I said, when I was playing it for the little demo parts, I didn't want to put it down. It's so playable. So would I play one of these live? Absolutely. Is there anything that I don't like about the guitar? Me personally, the only things I would say, probably two things. One is out of the box. Obviously they've set it up with the trem kind of up in the air a little bit, which means if you change tuning live, which I do quite often, especially if I've got a capo something and then adjust the tuning a little bit, obviously that makes the bridge go all over the place and it takes ages to tune. So I would probably have this set up with the trem decked as standard, and other than that, I'd just say the scratch plate, I would probably go for a darker tortoiseshell. In person this is quite bright, but that's the only two things, just deck the bridge and darker scratch plate. Other than that, absolutely love this thing. Guitar worth the money? I think in the UK these are £2,199-ish, which obviously USA made guitar, they are getting up there these days in terms of price. Now, a standard professional 2 Strat that's not limited edition, not semi-hollow, is going to set you back around £1,700. You might be able to get one for 1,100 quid on the second-hand market. So is the guitar worth an extra £400-500 over the standard model for the semi-hollow ash-bodiedness of it? I'm going to leave that up to you guys. Obviously at that price you're kind of bordering on getting a second-hand custom shop, like Relic Custom Shop. Definitely one of the custom shops that's like all pristine and not relic. So obviously that's second-hand, this is new. Is it worth the money? I'm literally going to leave it up to you guys. I guess if this is what you want and this is your dream guitar, then is it worth the money? Then yeah, definitely. Quality-wise, you can tell it has been put together from some very nice materials and a lot of skill has gone into it compared to some of the Fenders I've tried over the last couple of years. This is refreshing and it's a great guitar. So is it worth the money? You tell me. this looks-wise, this thing looks incredible. This is the Daphne blue finish. Obviously, I said I would like a darker tortoiseshell scratch plate, but other than that, it's a slightly transparent finish. I don't know how well that comes across to you guys, but you can see the nice ash grain through the blue, and just in person, it looks incredible. So yeah, looks-wise, this thing is amazing. So there we go, Fender limited edition Thinline Strat. You know what, I wish that they would do this as a just standard option that you can get on a Strat rather than limited edition. It looks so good, plays really nicely, and sounds so good as well in that kind of medium gainy tone that, yeah, I just want to see this as a standard option rather than something that's just only around for a little bit. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. What do you think of these? What do you think of the price of them these days? All of that stuff. Have you got one? How are you finding it? Let me know in the comments. And as I said, hit the like button, subscribe button, all of that stuff that really does help us grow. Massive thank you to all of you that have subscribed already. And other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.